Market Monday, huge week of content, man. Team of the Year Release 1, NFL Combine Release 2. We're going to break it all down, what cards are coming out. But first, the content schedule, as you see. Of course, there are no dates for AK Icons Team Captains, got released today. Roster Revolution and NFL Combine Release 2, we assume is going to be released on Wednesday. I would have liked to see Combine come out on Tuesday, but we got no teaser tonight, so I assume it's coming out on Wednesday. And then Team of the Year Release 1, it will be Thursday, March 6th with Ultimate Legends. That Team of the Year reveal is going to be March 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, on the EA Madden NFL Twitch, if you're curious to see those official reviews. Now getting into the MUT leaks, let's first go over the NFL Combine Release 2, because we know all the champions, the Ultimate Champions, and the LTDs coming out. So first up, if I could actually go up to find it, here we go. So your LTDs are pretty simple, right? Jamal Charles, running back. Micah Parsons, the end. Left guard, Quentin Nelson. And wide receiver, Cordero Patterson. Your champions are going to follow as Byron Jones, corner. John Ross, receiver. Amani Hooker, free safety. And then there's a quarterback out of position, Dontari Poe. The two ultimate champions releasing are Isaiah Simmons and Vernon Davis. We know this from not only the pictures, but also from the statistical motivator boost right here. Goes over all the information we know who the ultimate champions are. Champions and now the LTDs based on card art. So expect that to be dropping on Wednesday. Now, as for Team of the Year, it's a bit more complicated. We got some Team of the Year low cards, which last year, these cards, I believe, were 95 overall, with the full Team of the Year cards being 97s, if I'm not mistaken. We've got Nick Herbig, Tyler Linderbaum, Puka Nacua. Sorry, I don't know who that is. It's 21. Patrick Peterson. No, I don't know who that is in the Cardinals. And I believe this is Michael Burton, the fullback for the Broncos. Your full Team of the Year here, we'll try to zoom in a little bit without, the image being completely distorted. You can zoom in, I think, on YouTube if you can. But from left to right, quarterback Lamar Jackson, corner Patrick Surtain. So it'll be interesting to see how he differentiates from his 97 LTD. Would have liked to seen a different player there. Will Anderson, Xavier McKinney, Justin Jefferson. I believe that is Kevontae Turpin, the returner, Khalil Mack, Kyle Hamilton, Christian Gonzalez, Creed Humphrey, Jahmyr Gibbs, Lane Johnson, Bobby Wagner. Trying to zoom in on this image. I don't know. That looks to be, I think it's Chop Robinson, Chris Jones, and I'm blanking on the right guard, Lindstrom, Chris Lindstrom for the Falcons. Believe that covers every single position for the standard Team of the Year. And then for your Team of the Year LTDs, we've got Cooper DeJean. These will be 98 overalls. Jamar Chase and Von Miller. Don't know how Von Miller even made the ballot. He does not deserve to be in Team of the Year. But that is your Team of the Year content. That is going to be dropping on Thursday. Again, Team of the Years will be 97s. These will be either probably 94s or 95s. And these LTDs are going to be 98 overall. We also are getting an upgrade player. That is TJ Watt. Last year, this player, I believe, went all the way up to probably 96 or 97. They also did get all 32 team chems. We don't know that to be the case for TJ Watt. Some season 7 card art there. Roster evolutions for this week. I mean, Gesicki, Ellis, Sanborn, Sean Slater, if you care about that stuff. Ultimate Legends also overall boost. So Ultimate Legends will be 97s with the LTD being a 98. Ionis Williams and Jim Taylor. Bit disappointed now where we're going back to the 2 champions per week. And, we had 1 extra week of 4 champions and 2 LTDs. I guess they've scaled back already. They thought that was too much work. But that is your content schedule for this week. Pretty jam-packed. I'll be honest, right? As we get into Madden, I'm probably more looking forward to Combine Release 2 than I am Team of the Year. Team of the Year has been pretty underwhelming. The cards usually are like a few ability buckets behind the most recent content we get. And it's been that way, I think, for Madden 23 and Madden 24. Madden 22, my first content creation year, Team of the Year was pretty good. But abilities back then weren't like as monumental and as important as they are now. But look, first, let's get the coin Bible out of the way. I'll be right back. If you want extended coverage of the market and how I make my coins, subscribe to the Coin Bible exclusively on Team Get Lucky. Link in the description. All right, let's go over a few things before we go around to the content. The MCS, if you have any MCS questions, I have no clue when the set is actually going to be put in game. It still isn't for that Brian Thomas Jr. and Drake May. I believe I just got my drops. We'll see. I already opened up the 1 pack. I'm still waiting for my 95 overall B and D, but yeah, we have no I assumed it was going to be out when the Madden Bowl final was going down. The set still is not live. You know, hopefully at the latest it's in-game tomorrow. Let's recap the AKA content real quick. Actually, this is weird. Not a terrible, terrible release. And I say that, right? The Josh Dobbs card isn't very good. Again, these cards are so behind when it comes to abilities. They only get 2 discounted ability buckets. Dog, we have had Super Bowl cards with 3 discounted buckets. That was a month ago. Ultimate Legends have 3 discounted buckets. Genkai Force had like 4 or 5 discounted buckets. Combine cards have 5 discounted buckets and X Factors. These cards are so far behind, they're never going to be good and compete with the other content released throughout the week until they get more ability buckets or they're at a really rare position like O lineman. It's just these cards, they physically cannot, like any DB that gets released, well, he can't compete unless he gets universal coverage, right? It'd have to be a very, very specific ability to come out for it to be worth it. For example, Zach Seiler, not the fastest, right? Only 89 speed, defensive end, good weight at 305, probably more of a D tackle now with his current speed than DN. He luckily gets Unstoppable Force for 3 AP. This is really the only ability you're probably going to run on this card. I believe it is the cheapest Unstoppable Force as an ability. Most of them are 4 AP, his is 3. There might be one for 3 AP out there that I don't know, but he's not bad. The other abilities, right? Double or nothing for 2 AP. Ridiculous, right? It's only a 1 AP discount. Run Stopper is only if you user the specific player. And Inside Stuff for 1 AP is barely a discount, right? We've seen free double or nothings and free Inside Stuffs on multiple players. But Zach Seiler does kind of have a unique place in the meta right now with that Unstoppable Force for 3 AP, and there's a reason. That's why he's going for 550,000 coins. As for an update on head-to-head ranked rewards, unfortunately, and actually we're going to have to go back. I forgot to put this in the beginning of my video. We're going to go back to Madden NFL Direct. I'll actually just put the tweet up on the screen for you guys. So, they had a tweet yesterday talking about, hey, Season 7 rank now is available. We're targeting tomorrow to deliver Season 6 ranked rewards. They then gave us an update a few hours ago. Hey, we're continuing to work on those Season 6 ranked rewards. Expect them later this week. Later this week, probably meaning more so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They also are looking at adjusting the player reward to make up for lost time, but still, this should be something that's like an automated... I don't know what changed between the last few rank sessions and this one, but the rank session ended on Saturday. We are now on Monday evening, and they're announcing that they're being targeted for later on this week. Just ridiculous, something that should be so simple for EA Sports. It's a pain in the ass, and of course, it doesn't seem to be their priority right now. Just frankly, that's what they've made sure in the tweets. They don't really care about it. They'll get to it in a few days, and yeah, you'll get those rewards. Hopefully, the Brents is updated if you got that Brents card, because he's already outdated. The 93 Combine players are already better than that card. And Calvin's good, but he's going to lose value quickly because there's so many receivers coming out this week. Whereas if we got him on Saturday, he'd probably hold a little more value, so people I know are upset about that. Hopping back actually onto Madden 24 to give you guys an idea of what you can expect for the sets for Team of the Year. Team of the Year sets actually are some of the most unique sets. They pretty much change them up every single year, although I think this year is going to be pretty similar to last year with how they're doing the honorable mentions. Last year, it was 395 overall Team of the Year players, which were the honorable mentions that we talked about in the beginning of this video, and then 193 overall, and then you got to pretty much just choose any 97 overall card there. And then for the honorable mentions, if you wanted to do a set for those, it was 2 any 93s and 3 any 91. So I doubt it'll be exactly that, but the set should be pretty similar this year for Madden 25 Team of the Year. And speaking of Team of the Year, if you have not already, one thing I would say about the recent Maddens, it used to not be like this. Team of the Week challenges and the Team of the Year tokens used to expire within every week, but if you have not, you can still play through all of the Team of the Week solos. Probably will take you an hour, maybe 2 at tops, and you will be able to get those Team of the Year tokens and get your, I don't believe it's like a fantasy pack. I think last year you got like a 1 of 5 random Team of the Year players, BND of course, and then you chose them, but still 97 overall cards. If you're lucky enough like me from last year, you'll pull an offensive lineman, you know, and they'll be on your team for a long time. So make sure you get your Team of the Week solos done before Thursday, so you're not necessarily rushing to do them when the content goes live. As for, I would say, other stuff, Combine stuff on Tuesday, there's probably some questions. And actually, let's go to my team real quick. I actually have not upgraded my team in a few bit. I've just bought Malcolm Jenkins, that's all. But people are probably wondering, like, should you sell off Combine cards, or should you sell off, you know, your whole team? Not your whole team, but, you know, cards for Team Media, right? Should there be an initial panic, like, oh, Team Media's coming out? And while it is only release 1, so I don't know if the entire team is being released this time around. It might be split up between offense and defense, like they did on Cut. But overall, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I'm really not expecting Team of the Year to be better than Combines. I don't even think Team of the Year cards are going to be better than, I mean, Genkai Forces or whatever, but mainly Combine cards. I think Team of the Year will be on a very similar power level as Super Bowl, with just upgraded speed. I expect the speed on these cards to be like 97, 98 across the board on the skill positions. Right, T lineman will probably have 95, 96 speed, but I do not expect these cards to be very good. In the past 2 years, they have been severely underwhelming. I mean, we could talk about Combine promos. Shout out EA, right, for actually listening to the community and the feedback and giving us unlimited upgrade tokens. What that has also done is put a lot of pressure on the MUT team to actually deliver when it comes to Team of the Year players and their ability buckets and their, you know, their power level, because these Combine cards, and again, we still have an entire part 2 to come out, right? That's technically six 96s or 6 champions, 4 LTDs. Now, the LTDs are going to be very expensive. Most people won't be able to afford them, but the champions, right, will be around 600 to 800k. And I mean, I'm sorry, I hit my desk. Like, even just talking about the Part 1 champions, the Part 1.5 champions, I mean, these cards are ridiculous, right? Patrick Peterson, Malcolm Jenkins are the 2 top defensive backs in the game. You're able to get with the token, of course, which you should always have applied to the card. I mean, you could essentially get, right, like a universal coverage-based player for 0 AP, right? Mid-zone, deep out, pick artist. I mean, if you throw deep in zone for 1 AP, right, it's a 1 AP universal coverage if you play him at safety, right? Flat zone doesn't really matter. So these cards, I don't know how they're going to make. They're essentially going to have to give him, right? Because these Combine cards have 5 discounted buckets. So we'll see. I would probably expect the cards to actually be, if I gave my official prediction on Team of the Year cards and how they do their buckets, I think they'll be similarly structured actually to Ultimate Legends, but with 1 additional like game day bucket. For example, or I actually take that back, 1 additional like tier 2 bucket. So if I go to AJ Green, for example, this will be a good example of like a wide receiver. We go to his buckets, right? He gets these abilities right here. You get 2 buckets of these. I would expect that to be the case for Team of the Year cards. And then Ultimate Legends get 1 tier 2 ability bucket. That's like discounted. Combine happens to get 2 of these plus an additional, essentially, game day bucket. I would probably predict that Team of the Year has 2 of these buckets available with 2 game day buckets. So they'll be good, right? They won't compare to Combine players. So if you're panicking, right, you're like, oh my god, Team of the Year's coming out. Should I sell my Combine cards? I really wouldn't. Now, Combine cards are pretty expensive, I'll give you that. So, you know, if you are going to move off them for whatever reason, the time would be now, right? All the champions are above 700k. The really good ones are like 800, 900k. The LTDs are all above 4 mil, except for Michael Vick. But I wouldn't go out there, you know, selling your entire Combine team. I wouldn't even really go out there and move off like your Super Bowl team as much because they're so cheap. Because remember, Team of the Year, the cards are going to be expensive, right? They're the first 97 overalls in the game. And, you know, they're probably not going to be much better than Super Bowl cards. So don't be surprised, right, when the new receiver, right, running back Jahmyr Gibbs comes out, right? He's got 97, 98 speed, but he's going for 600k. And, you know, you could just go out and get Saquon Barkley NFL Honors or Kareem Hunt for significantly less, and they're about the same card. So that's what I would say that conversation, this video is about the most is Combine, I think, is still going to be the S tier, tier 1, best cards, best content in the game. Team of the Year will probably be a, you know, an A or probably more so a B tier. I'm not expecting much, so don't want to get your hopes up for Team of the Year. Has not been good content the past few years. I guess last thing I want to mention in this video before we wrap things up, make sure you guys are playing this Showtime Showdown House Rules event. This thing is an absolute cash cow. Just to give you a summary of the event, you play 2 3-minute quarters starting in the third quarter, right? Passing touchdowns are worth a lot more points, like big passing touchdowns are. You start at 1st and 20. You can't punt. You can't kick. There is no elo in the mode, so you are playing, even if you're 8-0, you can play someone that is in their first game, so it's sweaty, of course, because people are trying to win, of course, but the no elo thing is very, very nice for someone. If you're very good at the game, do not expect to lose many games, I would say. But yeah, just going through the rewards and stuff, it's essentially like a mini gauntlet. You have to go 9-0 for the rewards. I've gone 9-0, I think a total of 6 times. I've only been playing the mode for now. It would be 2 days. I haven't really started playing today that much. It's just been over 2 days on stream. But yeah, if you go 9-0, you pretty much get a minimum of 900k. As long as you're able to sell the 93 overall combine players for 200k come release part 2, which I expect. So yeah, it's pretty much a mini gauntlet. It's a free entry, and I mean, even if you get 4 to 5 wins, right, you're getting, 20k, 64k plus an 88 plus, and you also get passive rewards through the Showtime Field Pass. You get, like, every 5 wins, I think you get like an 88 plus there. But man, these rewards are really, really good. And especially with head-to-head ranked, the rewards not being the best for this next session, they're not being a head-to-head event right now. I think everybody should be playing the Showtime Showdown Week 1. And also a really cool thing here, I can show you guys my packs, that I've saved up, right? I have 32 93 pluses that I'm saving for part 2 to hopefully pull a Combine LTD. But what's really cool about this event is it's actually going to update every single Thursday. So I don't know if these rewards are, because we're getting an overall boost, these rewards might actually go to like 94 plus, 90 plus, and 88 plus. I don't know that for sure. I think also the house rules, like stipulations in the game mode you're playing, is going to change each Thursday. But I believe also this week, of course, was the Ben Curtin 96 overall reward you could earn for going 9-0 the first time. You can't get, it's not like a repeatable reward. It doesn't really matter though, because the rewards altogether are really, really good. Is it in this? No, it's not in this. My bad. I'm sorry. It is in the Showtime program tab and the menus. I'm now in a legend set. Let's back out real quick. But yeah, Ben Kurt was like the week 1 reward that you were able to earn. He is going for a pretty penny, like 600, 700k. If I can find, here we go. Here's the thing we got right now. If it ever loads, there's the 96 overall Kurt Benker, and we're supposed to be getting a new like champion exclusive reward each and every single week. So this week it'll be like some probably 97 overall combine player, so that'll be pretty cool. Also, they will be updating the Showtime Showdown packs. Right now, the only cards you could pull from them are the combine players, but starting this Thursday, they should add the Team of the Year players to them. So it's a really cool event that you can kind of stack up these packs and then have a little pack opening for whenever new content comes out. And I have confirmed you can pull LTDs champions in those packs. People were pulling some LTDs on last Thursday and Friday when Combine first came out. But that's all for this Market Monday. Big week of content. I will not be here later on this week, so do not expect like a Team of the Year video when all that content gets released. Or maybe I will be here Wednesday. We'll have to wait and see. Road to 100 mil episode 2 will also probably be out Wednesday night or Thursday for that. And yeah, until then, see y'all. Peace.